let's talk about macros. So in order to really understand what macros are before we get to a formal definition here, we need to understand that behind the scenes in Excel and really all of your Office applications is a programming language running called VBA, right? It's Visual Basic for Applications. You have it for Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and what have you, all right? So this programming language is running there that has code for all the different things that we would do in Excel. Not only that, but there is a VBA environment that we could go into where if you know VBA code, you could manually code things, and doing this would cause us to be able to automate certain actions that we want to happen in Excel, right? Now, the problem that we have, a lot of people don't know VBA, a lot of people are scared of code, they have bad dreams about it at night, right? But they still want to be able to automate things, and this is where macros come in. Macros are a tool that bridge the gap between our Excel knowledge, menus and commands and things we know how to do in Excel, and the VBA code that represents those things. It allows us to automate stuff without necessarily having to know VBA. Now, if you're going to really get serious about this and do more advanced and complex things, at some point, you are going to have to learn at least a little bit of VBA. But macros bridge that gap. A macro in and of itself is an individual or set of actions that can be used to automate tasks. They can be recorded for use in all Excel files, right? So you can record a macro here in this workbook and then possibly, depending on how you do it, be able to use that macro in whatever workbook you want or whatever workbooks you open up on that computer. All depends on how you create the macro and where you save it. We'll talk about that in another video as we learn how to actually record a macro. But it is going to be recorded. That's another key point, right? We're basically hitting record, and when we hit record, it's going to record everything that we do inside of Excel. It's going to generate the VBA code for it, and then we can replay that, all right? Now, there are a few rules when it comes to recording and naming a macro. One, the macro name has to start with an alphabetical character, can't start with a number. You can't have any special characters, so periods, spaces, right? Most special characters other than underscores. You can use an underscore, but that's really about it. The name cannot be any longer than 64 characters. It cannot be a reserved word like a function, like sum or average or something like that. And it must not be a cell location. You cannot use a cell reference as the name of a macro as well. All right, so that's what macros do. Again, they bridge the gap between our Excel knowledge and VBA, and they allow us to automate things inside of Excel. We're going to start learning how to create macros and how to edit and manage them in another video.